Hi everybody, it's Martin here from Branco Customs, and today we're bringing you part number 2 of the renovations that we've been doing to the Branco workshop. So to start off with, we'll give you a bit of a background. Me and Karen, we're always busy people. If we have time, we'll fill it with something. And I had quite a lot of orders on, but I came to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I kept banging my head on the beams, and I kept on feeling like I was damaging my health working in the situations that I had. Realistically, with the amount of dirt and dust flying around in the place, I thought to myself, A, I need an extraction system, and B, I need to basically make the floors lower, make the floors level, make the floors so that they don't flood when rain comes again in winter. So we took all the opportunity for it being summer whilst the floors are going to be dry, and we had a little bit of a space where I thought, you know, I can maybe take 10 days off here, dig out the floors, lay a new concrete slab, render the walls quickly, put some new electrics in, and away we'll go. Nice, clean, functional workshop, just a good space where I can get on and work on orders. But it turned out that with our projects, nothing's as straightforward as you think, and it ended up taking the best part of 5 weeks with us grafting every day to dig out 30 centimeters of what turned out to be pretty damn hard stone from the floor, jackhammering, wheelbarrowing, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wheelbarrows. And there was lots of things that came up whilst we were doing it. We might as well have also done this or that. So we ended up taking out a door, putting in a window, things like that you don't expect when you start a simple project, but it would be silly not doing them at that time and leaving it for another day. So before we go inside, here are a few before and work in progress pictures so you can have a look before I go in and show you the finished article.
This is where we find out if our house is strong enough with the new pillars, or whether we're all gonna die. Say goodbye, Martin. Goodbye.
give you a quick overview from the outside, the things that have changed here. There used to be a nice big blue rusty metal door here, which we never opened from the day we moved into the house until the day we took it off its hinges. We didn't want it there. It wasn't really doing a lot. We've already got a big double door over there that we use, so we decided we would put a window in instead. And again, we had redo the stonework underneath with new stones all the way right down to ground level, and the pointing on the entire building we plan to redo at some stage in the future as a project in its own right. So again, come the day that comes, we'll obviously blend everything in nicely and make it look nice and finished. But until then, the window's in and it's watertight. Other than that, we've laid a big concrete slab that runs pretty much the full length of our building, so that when I'm in and out of here in winter, I'm no longer walking in mud, treading it into my nice new workshop. So come on in. So we've done a lot of changes in here. Primarily, you can see I've actually now got some head height, which is absolutely fantastic. Even underneath the beams, I can still walk under them, bolt upright, and not worry about scalping myself. So that's really good. Other than that, we've got a nice string making area here. So I've got my own bench and things, everything I need at hand. And then the biggest change that we've made in here is to actually partition the whole room. So this wall that you see all the way along the back here wasn't there previously. Before, this was just one open room, but now I've divided it, so I've got my grinding in one half with all the dust extraction, some doors in between, and then also new walls, new concrete, steel reinforced pillars to reinforce what was a dubious pillar that was here previously. And now we've got a nice clean office area this side, so Mrs. Branco can have her desk here, computer, printer, lasers, etc. All nice and tidy. And then in there, if I make a load of mess and dirt, then we've still got a nice clean area to come into to do the clean and tidy bit. So it's obviously not finished yet, but we've got it to a point where we can continue working, but we've still got loads of things we need. New electrics putting in, new kickboards. Again, the finish on the walls currently is just the bare lime, because this is a stone building. We use lime so that it can move with the building and can breathe in order to let moisture in and out. But again, it's got an insanely long drying time, which didn't give us a lot of time for finishing it before we needed to put everything back into the room and get using the room. So at some stage in the future, there's loads of those finishing off jobs that will never be done. Okay, so follow me, we'll go through the double doors into my workshop. Okay, so I've now got a galley shaped grinding room, as I like to call it. But again, everything I need in here for making metal dust is already in here. So I've got some nice benches, nice and tall, so I don't have to bend over all day doing hand sanding and filing and things. I've got racks for all of my chemicals and glues, etc. Looking around, I've got my belts all hanging up here, all different grits, so I can grab one quickly and sling it on the grinder. I've got my new extraction system, which has got this big high volume, low pressure air pump here. Goes through a Dust Commander cyclone filter, puts all the large debris in there, and any microscopic things basically go outside. At the top here, I've got basically an air scrubber, which sucks in all the dirty air, removes everything 5 micron and 1 micron, and then blows clean air out the other side. So any tiny particulates that are just floating around in the air for days, hopefully I can leave this on and all those will be cleaned out. But on top of that, I'll still be wearing my 3M respirator for large portions of the day in any case once I start grinding. So keep all the fiberglass and metal dust out of here, which is most important because I hope to live for a few more years at least. Other than that, I've got my grinder here with a nice hopper on it so that can suck up a lot of the dirt. I'd like to point out all of the hoses that are attached to this currently are temporary. I've actually got large sections of PVC and also a water capture for when I grind titanium so that the sparks from that don't get sucked through the system and start a big fire in my dust collection area. Other than that, I intend to have it ported out to all the other machines in the shop so that I can have it on the buffing wheel, which creates a huge amount of dust, on the bandsaw, on the sandblasting cabinet, and also on the milling machine for when I can suck up swarf and things with it, which all of those coupled together should make my workshop generally a lot cleaner and a lot healthier and a lot safer. And you know, also improve the quality of what I'm making, because working in a nice clean environment to me is paramount for making nice classy clean knives. So going down to this end, as you can probably see them all before in 1,000,001 videos, I basically got my milling machine, my bandsaw, buffing wheel, love this thing, and also my grinder for sharpening drill bits, etc. all the time. And then just different collets and drill bits stashed over there. But again, all of this has literally been thrown back in here for me to get working as quickly as possible, because I expected to take off maybe 10 days. I ended up taking off 5 weeks. But even with all of that, I've been working long hours, and I'm going to make damn sure anybody's deadline that I've said you're going to have a knife by this date, it will be there. Don't worry about it. So to give you an idea, this is a small selection of some of the knives that I've currently got on. I'll show you a few of them very quickly because I need to get back to grinding. However, let's see, different ones we've got. This one is going to be a cheese knife. That's the first cheese knife I've ever made. We've got everything from awesome filleting knives. We've even got axes. This one's going to have a nice hammer on the back of it, so you can knock in tent pegs, etc. This one's going to be really interesting because it's got a bull nose on it, and it's pretty much going to have a sharp edge around 2/3 of the blade. We've got things like steak knives, Siberian cleavers, extremely big cleavers, high carbon steel chef knives. These ones, absolutely awesome little commission called the Urbex MIG, which is a little miniature version of a larger, same design that I did a few months back. It's going to have a paracord handle on it. We've got integral high carbon steel rock pattern knives, Nesmuk style knives, awesome little clip points, everything like that. In fact, this one as well, going off to the customer very shortly. First one I've done with some nice tubes for the handle. And other than that, I've got 2 knives here which are going to be going up on the website soon. I actually finished them before we even started the workshop renovation project, but we've been so busy that we haven't had time to get around to listing them. So first one I'll show you here, nice little leather sheath. And again, this is 01 tool steel, high carbon steel. It's got a wicked orange and black with orange G10 handle pins. It's going to make quite a sweet little knife. And other than that, nice paracord handle, Kydex sheath. That one there, up on the website soon. Or if anybody's interested, shoot me a PM and you may grab it before it goes on the website if you'd like. So, as always, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching and taking an interest in what we're doing here. And we'll see you all next time.